All right, it's Saturday on the schedule for today. Another long bike ride and then shoulders, arms. Just cooked up a carb heavy breakfast. I'll show that. So we got bagel, peanut butter, banana, honey, and a little bit of sea salt on there. And then a protein shake to top it off. All right, this is the cycling fit. I feel like if you looked up like man going to gym on Google, this is like the stock image, like the freaking gallon in the towel. But I actually need this stuff because like last time I didn't have this and the sweat was getting out of control. It was like making my headphones nasty, all that. And then I didn't have enough water. I was dehydrated last time, so I have some electrolytes in here because it's a long ride, bro, 2 hours. I'll film a little bit of the cycle. I mean, it's really just the same stuff. Like I'm just sitting there, just moving in place, and then I'll do a little recap afterwards. But yeah, again, I always enjoy this one. It's kind of fun to push for 2 hours. So. I'm also getting ahead of myself, but I'm thinking PM shoulders, arms, like 6 p.m. 2 triples for dinner. So I'm gonna be burning like 1,600 calories just on this bike. Just a thought. I know it's only 9:15 in the morning, but I mean, I like to eat, bro. What can I say? So I'm gonna speak it into existence. That's what's gonna happen. It's not a theory. This is the plan. All right, the bike is done. Bro, that was pretty bad. That was not bad, but like I spent the first hour on the assault bike, like the fan with the handles, because this chick next to me was also biking and the other one was broken. So that sucked because you can't really adjust the resistance. That was ass. And then the last 50 minutes I was able to get on the normal bike. Yeah, my legs are super sore from leg day, and that made it difficult. Just like I already know they're gonna be shot tomorrow, but we got it done. I can't lie, I had that thought of like, oh, let me just call it at 1 hour and 30 minutes, but that's not the way to get better at this. So yeah, about to do the same shit as last Saturday. Go home, eat, sit, and then go train later. So I got a little impatient. Didn't get it. I'm not gonna get in and out later. Got some breakfast burritos. It was 2 for 1, so I'm not gonna eat both. Although I definitely. Oh my gosh. Okay. These are massive. So yeah, there's no way I'm eating both. I really want to. What is this? We're just gonna stick to one, save the other. This is so fat, bro. I've barely eaten anything, so yeah, we'll go ahead and take one out. Solid, bro. It's a pretty large. I really could eat both. Maybe I'll do 1.5. We'll see. Killed the burrito, didn't film it, but you know, best believe I finished it. Doing some client work right now. This is phase 2 for one of my weight loss clients. We lost weight, took a break. Now we're going back into it for another 8 weeks to shed off the remaining body fat. Not sure when I want to lift, but I'm gonna probably eat something light right now just to get a little bit more fuel in the system. And then I'll pick this back up when we're prepping for the gym. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. Going back to this freaking gym. I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I chose to sign up, I choose to do all this stuff. But man, I'd be lying if I said it doesn't get a little bit exhausting. Just like, dang, bro. But we're sipping on the pre-workout. Got 2 non-stim formulas, and I'd love to take some caffeine right now, but it's too late in the day. That will mess up my sleep. So, you know, we'll get it going. It's cool. Same thing as last time. Start with triceps, move to biceps, and shoulders periodically throughout the workout. So, you know, same stuff. Also, to kind of put things in perspective, I would much rather be exhausted because I've been, working out, doing work, improving, getting stuff organized, like just improving, right? I'd rather be exhausted from that than be exhausted from just sitting around, scrolling, eating whatever, and just being sloppy, because that's a different type of burden that it holds over you, where you're just like, shit, I am out of control. Like, I would rather be exhausted from dialing stuff in than exhausted from just going with the wind. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe it's not exhaustion, but it's like, it's just this feeling. You know that feeling when you've been, because like, bro, trust me, I've had those days. Don't get me wrong. Like, I obviously post all the stuff I do on my story day in, day out, but like, there are those days where I'm like, I find myself scrolling or focusing on stuff that's not important, eating stuff that's not fueling me. It happens. And that feeling, that kind of just like yucky feeling where you're like, ugh, what am I doing, bro? You got like a headache, you're dehydrated, you got hours of screen time. That feeling is far worse than being exhausted from cooking correctly, organizing yourself, going to the gym, doing your cardio. So it's two different struggles. I think that's a great way to put it. I've heard that quote before. It's like, you're gonna face obstacles either way. You're gonna suffer either way. Which suffer do you want? Because I would rather suffer from stuff that's gonna move me forward instead of stuff that's a distraction, that it's like short-term pleasure, but it's really just damaging you, your energy, your focus. So, little rant, but now we're actually about to get into arms. All right, well, that's done. Arms, shoulders, solid. I have a salad for dinner. Can you believe it? Obviously gonna throw in some protein. I hope this wind isn't wrecking the audio, but yeah, bro, I feel like I'm at this freaking parking lot 24/7. It's so funny. So yeah, solid arm workout. Definitely gaining weight, that's for sure, but the arms are staying like decently lean. Bro, what the fuck? All right, he's listening to like a MLK speech. Anyway, yeah, the arms are definitely staying lean. I don't know how, but I'm 215 pounds as of this morning. I don't know how. So that's that. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up what I was saying outside in here because the wind was awful. But Yeah, I mean, I do gotta chill on the food a little bit, to be completely honest, because I don't think I'm burning. I think I'm burning more calories than I actually am, right? Because you think, oh, bike, swim, run twice a week each. Like, oh my gosh, that's so many calories. In reality, it's only the long bikes. I mean, I guess it's just the bikes and the long runs. If I'm doing, that type of training 6 days a week, that's only like 4 days where I'm burning a decent amount of calories. So yeah, I definitely am eating a little more than I need to. So we're gonna start toning it back this week because, again, I really don't, there's no point in creeping up the weight, all the way until like 220 or mid 220s when I don't have to, right? So if I can build muscle, perform in, the triathlete, whatever you want to call it, fields, then that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I don't want to add too much unnecessary weight because I already did some damage on vacation. I'm trying to mitigate the rest of that, because I always say this, gaining weight is fun. Like, it is fun, but you have to think about your future self, because doing an intense cut or an extended cut is not fun, and you really have to set yourself up for success in the future. So like, bro, if it was up to me, if I could lose the weight like instantly, bro, I would be pushing to like 240, even though I don't have to. But it's a lot harder to lose the weight than it is to gain the weight, and you really have to think about your future, because yeah, you don't want to have to cut for like 4 months. My next cut, I want to keep it to like maybe 6 weeks max. I think this last cut I saw good results at, honestly, like 5-6 weeks in. I could have stopped there. So that's sort of the time frame I want to be in, and I am going to cut and lose some weight before the event, just because, like, bro, I ain't doing this at 215, even 220. Like, I'm not doing that. Don't want to go too crazy. Want to keep it manageable, but also want to eat enough so that I can still build muscle and not turn into like a skinny runner, which won't happen, but you get the idea. It's tough finding a balance, and I guess that's what I'm here to figure out. This is the final product. Just finished the night up with that meal. Banging salad, ground beef. I threw some honey on there like all the animal-based people do. It's pretty good, I can't lie. I won't hate on it. But yeah, that does it for today. Probably end the video here. Yeah, this was fun. It's an easy one. So yeah, thank you for watching.